Alright, in this video, I'm going to share with you why you shouldn't be pricing any of your cars on Turo or placing any cars on Turo for under $100. In fact, you shouldn't be placing under $134. In this video, I'm going to share my screen on what I look at and just clear proof that Turo's not working with you. It is going to be a race towards the bottom if you're pricing out your car and it's less than $100, less than $134 in my opinion. So I'm going to jump right into the screen share right now that I recorded earlier, but I'm going to walk you through what I saw and what I discovered. I'm going to just start my video now. All right, I'm just going to pull up a search in my area here in Las Vegas for some of the cars that I know about, and I'm going to do a centralized search, or the best search, which is going to be Las Vegas International Airport. And I'm just going to pick a car here, but first I'm going to go through my settings, and you should try this as well too in your area to see if it's the same thing in your area. But if you're in Vegas, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you're a host. So first we're going to look at cars that are $100. We're going to go $50 to $100 for right now. I'm going to place Instant Book because, well, you're not probably getting bookings if you're not on Instant Book anyways. So let's go and choose a car that is on the higher side of the $100, but let's try first this Tesla. This one has a great picture. I love Teslas. Model 3 is probably something I wouldn't get, but this is a 2021 Tesla Model 3 priced for $75. So if you could see here at $75, where the total here, I have travel credit, so my travel credit carries this, but the total here is $180. I have a travel credit of $200, so it'll cover anything below that. So $180, oops, sorry about that screen. And we have $75, right? So I got my calculator up, divided by 100, that's about 42%, 41.6, whatever. 42% is what the price is, right, of the day rate of the total. So the day rate is 42% of the total of what the customer would be paying. Not bad. 42%, it's close to 50, but it's still 42%. So that's a Tesla Model 3. Probably, in my opinion, has one of the lowest risk factors on the Turo platform. So now I'm doing a search here, looking for a car that's on the higher side with a little bit of higher risk, and one that I can compare it to with a car that's at the higher side. And we'll go into that search in a bit here. But I'm gonna look for a car that is, let's say $90 to $95, something more than $75. Again, that $75 car, I know that car doesn't get rented as much as a car that's $134, and I'll show you why. So here's a 2021 Polaris Slingshot. I believe this model is automatic, the newer ones. And so now I have a travel credit of 205, and then the total here is 44. So let me go and add that up. The 204 or 205, 205 plus the 45. So make it real easy. $250 is what the renter would be paying for a one-day rental on this car. That's what the customer is paying. So we think about, you know, what the value is of the customer and what they're getting. And so we want to see what it looks like. $94 was the day rate. So now we're looking at 38%. This is 38% is the day rate. 38% of what the customer pays is the day rate. Now remember, $38 is not what, or the money that you get is not, the $94 is not entirely what you get. Out of the $94, I mean, you're looking at getting about, if you're on the 75-25 plan, then you're looking at getting $73. And so we'll do that math a little bit later, but that's pretty crazy, right? What Turo charges on top of the day rate that you get. And remember, as a host, you don't get any of the other fees other than if you have a delivery fee, then you get a piece of that as well too. But the insurance and the trip fee, which is what really brings the price up on these cars. Like I'm gonna show you this one here, it's a 2020. So we're gonna do 205 plus there's a balance of $22. So 205 plus $22 is $227. Now we're gonna go back to that page, and out of $227, that day rate was $59. $59 day rate. Now, out of $60, how much do you really get paid off of that? That's crazy. $227. This is 25.9, 26%. So 4 times more just about of what the day rate is. $60, 60, 120, 240, right? 25%, 26% of what the customer paid is what the day rate is what you listed for. You as a host, this house here listed for 20 or $60, right? And that's all I got. It was 26%, 25%. So now let's look at the other side of the above $100 program, right? Cars that are priced at $100 or more. In fact, I'm going to go through 135 to 180. And the reason is because 134 is my baseline, is where I want to land at the very minimum, because 134 on the $75-$25 plan gets me $100. So I want to at least make $100 per day when it goes out. So let's look for a car here. We have a car here that's at 136 per day. Pretty similar. That's a Polaris Slingshot, right? And the day rate is 136, so almost 134. So, out of this day rate right here, it's $100 is what the customer will be getting. So out of let's see, so 120 plus a 205. So let's go and figure this one out too, right? And again, the reason why there's travel credit and we're doing the adding is because I have travel credit, so it applied it there. So this is what I'm adding. So the total is 325. So remember that number. The customer's paying $325 for a car that you had listed at 136 for the day rate, right? So 136, what was it? 135 was the day rate. 130. Let's go 136 on the day rate, and divided by what the customer is paying, 325, will get us to the 42%. So a lot better, right? 42% versus what was the other one? It was 30 something percent, I think is what it was. But this is 42%, so it's a lot better of what it is. So meaning that they're only charging 59% above, right? There's 59% above on that one, opposed versus the other way around, where you're getting 37% is what I thought it was. What did we land at? We landed at it was the highest is 35, 37, 35%, which is crazy. 38%, 37%. So here we have a difference of 16%. That's crazy. All right, that's a spread between the higher day rate and the lower day rate, or day rates below $100 and then versus the day rates above $100. So that's a significant difference, $95 to 136, and there's a 16% discount. So let's look at some of these other cars. Here is a Corvette C8 2021. This one looks almost exactly like the one I had listed. This one here is $205 plus $217. Let's go $217 plus a $205. That's $422 is what the customer is paying to rent out this Chevy Corvette C8, which is totally cool. I mean, that's a totally decent price for a customer. This one lands at about 42%. So the day rate was 177, which is crazy low, but at least it lands at 42%. So 42%, that's not a great number either, but anything lower than that is almost, it doesn't make sense, right? That's the reason why people aren't renting cars. That's why renters aren't pulling the trigger and following through, because they see the day rate. Imagine seeing the day rate of $95 and then or $94, and then your total cost comes out to $250. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So let's go 205 on this Tesla here. Now, what I've been experiencing is that there's certain cars that have very low risk, and these are the cars that you make the most money with, because they're the cars that have the lowest risk, and that Tesla makes the most money, and they want to see more on the platform. So at $358 on this car here, right? Let's go the day rate. 169 is what the host listed for. Divide by 358 of what the customer paid for. So this is 47%. So pretty close. This is pretty high. 47% is a decent deal, right? So when they see the day rate, they're looking at paying a little bit more than double. Now, when they're seeing a $94 day rate, it seems like way more than double, right? Because now they're at $250. They're like it's almost 3 times as much as what they're gonna, if they round up, it's almost 3 times as much as what they looked at when they were searching for which car they're gonna buy. $94 just plants a seed. So if I up the price a little bit here, I mean, you can see that the price range can go up to 250 plus. For me, I'd love to have cars at 249 or above, 215 plus. That's the goal of this Tesla Model S 2021 for 299. You have some unique Teslas that rank real high. If you've noticed, out of all the searches, and probably when you're doing searches as well too, the cars that rank the highest are probably the ones that have the lowest risk. Those are the cars that Turo wants you to also check out. So I have my car here at 188, and the reason why I have it at 188 is because that's the max pricing when I set it back, the address back over to here in Las Vegas. Now I can go higher than that, but I just tweaked this listing, took some new pictures, and so now I'm looking at making sure that this car gets rented out. But for 188, I think even it's too low. But with a last minute boosting 10%, it's crazy. It'll almost get there. So here's 249. 249 plus applied my travel credit for 205. So we're gonna have to do the same math again at the 205 plus a 329. Again, remember, this is a car that's 2022 Tesla Model S, and they're looking at the pricing. They already know that they want this car. That's why I like price at this high, because they're not looking at it too crazy. This one's 527, right? So think about if someone is gonna be okay with paying a price, they're probably gonna be okay with paying double the price of what they see the day rate as, especially when there's trip fees and insurance and all that. And of course that could be tweaked, but you know, this is choosing standard pricing. This one lands at 47% again. So 47% is perfect. I know a lot of my renters have their own insurance, so it offsets it. And last time I checked from a receipt, that a customer told me what they paid in total for the car. And of course there was some discounts. It was a 3-day discount. I believe that it came, it landed at 65%. But this is for a single day, one day, which there's a ton of them here in Vegas, and it's good money because it's usually 1-day rentals between Monday and Thursday. And so to get a couple of those throughout the week, on the slow times where most people don't have rentals, again, Mondays to Thursdays, ideally Tuesdays to Thursdays. And I'll share, if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll see videos where it's pretty much, that's what all I'm getting. It's 2-3 days. 2 days are great because there's no discounts applied. Once I get to 3 days, then there's a 25% discount that I applied to my cars, and that's a really good deal. And so I still like to capture those rentals, the 3+ days as well. And so the 25% discount really works out really well. So I'm super competitive there. And I also have early bird special discounts. So that's what I look at when I look at my market. And this is clear proof. If you're doing the search yourself, and this might be different for other places, let me know, leave a comment down below if you're finding the same thing. But the trip fees and the additional fees above the day rate, anything more than double than what they saw the day rate is kind of crazy for anybody to pay, and probably a big reason why people aren't pulling the trigger. Unfortunately, Turo doesn't give you any stats on how many people hit the page, hit the listing. And so you should see where you rank when you apply some of these settings, like instant book, delivery, your local airport. That's where you're gonna get a great source of rentals coming in, at least viewers, because that's exactly where they're at. They're at the airport, they're coming in, they want a car right there. They want some convenience, and that's what's gonna push them over the edge. That's what justifies renting. I get a lot of cancellations, or other people's cancellations, because my cars are available right there at the airport, or they figure they gotta take a shuttle, they gotta get to the location. It's a pain. Now, of course, some of these people have delivery fees. I have free delivery, instant booking. They can book and pick up in 1 hour. I can deliver it in 1 hour. So I do a lot to making sure that I'm at the high level of the price point of 48% plus if they do 3+ days. And I want to make sure that I'm getting a good amount of money. Again, these 1 days are great to fill in the gaps, but I also do love to get the 3 days. And the 3 days, it only makes sense when you're at above 267. 267 gets you, at the 75-25 plan, gets you $200 per day. So that's my goal. Again, I'm not quite there. The market's starting to pick up, but I'm at 188. I will be switching this price out here shortly, but that's what you should be looking for. Don't waste your time. Look for cars that can get some good money, because it's going to be hard for it to compete in the market. $94, and they're paying $250 for a slingshot. I mean, the price point, it's where they start and how they end up. It just doesn't make sense. So I hope this video helped out to help you price out. If you have any questions, if your market's a little bit different, leave a comment down below. But until the next video, thanks for watching this one.